It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Rams and the Buccaneers, and it's coming up next.
Few better places in the country weather-wise this time of year than this one right here in Tampa, Florida, and beautiful Raymond James Stadium. Today, we got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Rams and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Here's the punter, Jay Camarda, set to do the honors, and off we go now from Tampa. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at 14. Here comes the Los Angeles offense, and the man in charge of it in his second season with the team, 14th overall in what's been an impressive career, Matthew Stafford.
A seasoned veteran, we're seeing more chapters being added in Stafford's decorated career. Secured a Super Bowl ring, remains a respected leader, and his stats, they're better than ever. Now we just continue to watch him climb the ranks of the NFL's all-time passing leaders.
Stafford going to throw from the outset. Open man right side is cut complete. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Now Stafford. Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Stafford to Kupp there for a Rams first down. Well, he's one of the top receivers in the game, Charles, so no surprise here on the opening drive. They want to get him involved, and he has catches on back-to-back plays.
And, Brandon, I look at it from the defense's perspective. You know he's one of the top receivers in the game. You've got to find ways to slow him down, because if he gets into high gear, he's going to shred you all game long.
A man who played his college ball in Tallahassee, here's Cam Akers. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Now a first down throw. Stafford. He'll dump this off to Akers. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to bring up second down.
That was a simple throw in cash, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they're hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's a run with Akers on second down. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaking up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. From the 50, Stafford. Pass caught. It's been Skoranek. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 37. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on his opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. And I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
On first down, it's Stafford. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. And it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage. Able to knock that one away.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
They're going to the air on the opening drive. And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. Meanwhile, Brady's throw taken in by Evans here. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people will say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the dart ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a 2nd defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
2nd down and 3. Brady now to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings him third down.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Into the hands of Darden. And he is going to have the Bucs first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. You got to like what you're seeing for this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Brady now on first down. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that will bring up second down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss. And they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Brady's throw on target to Godwin here. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 13-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Brady. Flush to, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Aaron Donald with a sack.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack. Looking to throw. A comeback route. He connects with Godwin. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. And a nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
So Brady departs, and on is Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Succop's kick is good, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They won in 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys are good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope. The good things are stored here today.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field. Their 2nd drive of the game. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Here's Stafford. And he's left with no option here but to throw away.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think it was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But they'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing is Stafford. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A 1st down and then some. 36 yards.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Stafford on 1st down. Touchdown, Rams. Matthew Stafford finding Cooper Kupp for the touchdown there. And the Rams have answered that early field goal to take a 1st quarter lead. Great corner out there, not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the draw, this is Fournette. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Again, it's Fournette. And he's going to get this to the 31, but then it's still well short of what he needed. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised him a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped him well short of a 1st down.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Back deep, Brandon Powell. Fair catch signal for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pick up there, 20 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. The challenge flag is out. Todd Bowles not pleased with the ruling on the field, and he's going to ask the officials to take another look. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So Todd Bowles had it right. He wins the challenge. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football, getting him on the ground. I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
I do know from experience, when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing now is Brady. A pass underneath for Fournette. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered. And then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the 1st. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Looking for Cade Otton that time. And now a 2nd down.
That's a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's got Otten. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain of 28 yards there and give them the first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Fix the give to Fournette. Now Brady. And incomplete on a deep ball.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Up the gut, Fournette. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Defense doing their job, really know where to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it, exactly right.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. That is caught at the 7. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And it delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Brady to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Fournette will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Brady going to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So Brady departs, and on it's Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Succop's kick is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning out 3, especially in the 1st half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw, Stafford. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 35-yard line.
Second and 2. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Bryson Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down and 2.
Coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're getting the football back again.
Riley Dixon now to punt it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now, quick throw, they're going to be batted away and incomplete.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, it's Brady. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Here's Jay Camarda now. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. To throw is Stafford. Connecting with Kupp here on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Out of bounds at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Play action. Stafford. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they said there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Stafford. Man open is Kupp. He's got it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Stafford to his #1 guy, Kupp, for a Los Angeles first.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this first half, and on 3rd down, they looked his way again. And what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
Throwing again is Stafford. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. Well, just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford, and his throw here's incomplete. And Charles going to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, to get the sack on first down, and they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They got to hold up.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that's caught at the 25. Touchdown, L.A. Cooper Kupp with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brendan, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll begin with a give to Fournette to start the drive. And a short pickup's about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having the linebackers set the edge.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Brady. He finds his target. It's Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Brady to Evans that time. 1st down, Tampa.
Well, they obviously red man covered their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and it curls back inside for the completion.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Charles, to move the chains, that time they had it completed into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack. But defensively on a previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward. And how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Now Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and that will keep the lead at 8.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford caught out left side by Robinson. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Now that'll be caught by Kupp. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From the 30 on 2nd down. Stafford looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. And this is going to lead to another first down as a tackle's made at the Bucs' 13-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. And the Rams will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, we'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. One more drive here for the Buccaneer offense in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. They're standing by as Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Rams. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on the secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter. Yarden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Brady now throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that answer.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. "39 yards on the punt, given just 1 yard on the return." And we're going to look at Cooper Kupp as the Rams offense gets ready to take over possession. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now, they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't it?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade is going to happen, but good thought.
And that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball. But surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Stafford now to throw. He'll get this one to Cobb, complete. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run. All right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Stafford. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the ejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings in 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. Taken in at the 3. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Brady to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Brady to Gage for a Tampa first.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage. With man coverage, we're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Delay of game,
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 1st down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Throwing now is Brady. Completes it again to Gage.
Brady's pass complete to Russell Gage. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 31-yard line.
snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Delay of game, offense.
Unbelievable.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still second down.
To throw is Brady. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, it's Brady. And Rudolph has it left side. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Fournette, a first down carry. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they looked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In battle game plans, theirs has been superior.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here, 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Brady. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it chicked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
1st and 10, they've got 3 tight ends out there, a jumbo package look. From his own goal line, Stafford gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higney. He's up to the 20, and they work this out past the 25. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Open man, and he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
Fournette running out of the gun. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop it for no gain. They've called his number locked this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Ready to throw on second down. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Brady going to throw. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to an okay.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. 8 yards on a touchdown pass. And the Bucs take advantage of the field position on the turnover. Cash in for 6. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
On the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys that's being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted because they do trust him with the ball. That's why they go back to him time and time again.
Cooper Kupp was his intended target. And it's second down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have any options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
The second and 10 now as we roll along in the third quarter from Tampa. On the counter, this is Akers. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the gun on third down, Stafford. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That gain on third down, good for 28.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field. And a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
From the 36, Stafford to the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. And the Rams are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Akers will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there, getting the safeties involved in run support.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Akers again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has the better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. There's a wind up, a loss on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
I know we saw the pass and the completion, and obviously the resulting loss in yardage. To me, that play broke down with the blocking on it. Because if you're going to try and swing it that far outside, that blocking's got to hold up to give your guy a chance.
And the defense, they weren't fooled at all.
No, not at all. Boy, were they aggressive on that one.
Oh, look at this play call. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Ben Skoranek, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Rams have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up 1st downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Throw left side, hauled in by Otten. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Now Brady again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
8 yards pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 25-yard line.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. Shotgun now for Brady. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards, the final tally.
It doesn't matter where on the field he is, even down here in the red zone, he is still slippery with the ball in his hands, and he was almost able to work his way into the end zone. Instead, they'll have to settle for 1st and goal, but they'll take it.
First and goal, they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bucs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they got a puncher's chance.
Suck up for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So that with an 8-play drive, it spans 75 yards. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. And we're going to look at Cooper Kupp as the Rams offense gets ready to take over possession. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there are certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in at 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
So from the 36 out, 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. That'll be caught by Cup. And some room to work. It'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout, and they hook up again for another big play.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment. Defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. Breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Play action. Stafford. Out to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and they'll be left with a second and about a foot. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fight the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw here hauled in by Cup. He's going to be knocked down just outside the 10. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
How precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again. He's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
After the sack on 1st down, Stafford, and his throw is incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and a mile. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of the first as that leads to 4th down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Fourth down, and we go from one Matt to another. Stafford heads off. Matt Gay gets set for the Rams field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. fields it right around the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Looking to throw again on second down. Brady. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First catch so far for Julio. He's got first down. And until that point, we haven't seen Julio Jones. That's hard to believe here this late in the game.
And no one more frustrated than Julio Jones, because receivers feed off of catches. That's their fuel, and that's also their affirmation. He hasn't been getting much of that in this game, and their team is losing, and he wants to have a better effect on the game.
Just the first connection. Ryan to Jones there. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
14 more yards.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. From midfield, here's Brady. That's complete to Otten. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
From just shy of midfield, Brady looking deep downfield. And this is caught on the sideline on the feet in. They are. What a catch. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 43 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Extra point up and good by Saka. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it. They didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. So for the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Akers. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll go again here with Akers. And he's got some space here. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Well, it's been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown, because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Taking it at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Tom Brady in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 46 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Brady now on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark it down at the 49. A very solid gain of 27. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing now is Brady. Completes it again to Gage. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all, because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
Brady now on first down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. A higher-scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. I'd like to be those defensive coaches that was a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.